Happy Sunday, everyone. My name is Shanahan, and welcome to another movie classroom for Every Movie Has a Lesson. My movie review talks movie reviews written with the eye in mind that every movie can teach a few life lessons, from the serious to the farcical. Today, I've got a stud movie for you, 5 out of 5. Alright, folks, let's talk about the one getting all the attention, and that is Birdman, starring Michael Keaton, and from director Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu. I'm not sure if I'll say his name right, but that's the guy. The way I came about this movie, it played at the 50th Chicago International Film Festival. It's starting to hit theaters now. The first thing that came to mind when I walked out of this movie was the idea that the term performance of a lifetime gets overused from a literal and figurative standpoint. In a literal way, people aren't dying making these movies, and even in a figurative way, most times these actors are obviously pretending to be a character and not actually doing a performance of anyone's lifetime or even their lifetime. So, but what I got out of Birdman was that crazy feeling that the literal and figurative version of that statement couldn't be more true for Michael Keaton. The movie itself stars it's about a guy named Regan Thompson, who's a washed-up former blockbuster actor, famous for playing a superhero in the 90s. Sound familiar? And sounds a heck of a lot like Michael Keaton. In a way, this casting is eerily autobiographical and couldn't be more perfect, inspired, ironic, or appropriate. Regan Thompson is a guy trying to kind of reclaim kind of his artistic integrity as being considered as an actor and not just some guy in a Lycra suit, going around as Birdman. And to do so, he's writing, producing, and starring in a Raymond Carver play on Broadway. By doing that, he's kind of entering an arena that's away from Hollywood and starting to kind of find the different, kind of challenges and barbs on the fence to what it takes to kind of put your name on Broadway. In doing so, he has friends and enemies that kind of pop up along the way. The movie takes place during the amount of time from the couple of days of preview audiences building up towards the very first opening night performance of this play. Michael Keaton is nothing short of phenomenal in this movie. As you can kind of see in the ads and the trailers, he has some demons in his life and some voices in his head, one of which is kind of meant to kind of be the Birdman persona he used to play, kind of talking him into and out of different things, trying to kind of belittle where he's at. And Michael Keaton's at the age where he's trying to get kind of his life right and try to kind of get past his failures and get a little bit better of an artistic integrity here. And it's a challenge for him in a cool way, unlike a movie like Black Swan, where it's really hallucinogenic and crazy. This one does it in a very darkly comedic way. Like I said, Keaton is perfect in this role. It couldn't be better than if he tried. If there's an actor here that can rival him and go toe for toe with him, it's Edward Norton. Edward Norton plays kind of the top kind of thespian Broadway star that sells tickets and puts butts in seats, and it's a showy role that is meant to kind of, where his character kind of comes in a pinch to kind of be in Michael Keaton's character's play, but it truly means to kind of steal the whole thing from him, even though this is definitely a personal project that Regan Thompson's trying to get done. So those two, when they cross with their banter and also with their talent and performance, is just a joy to watch. This is a darkly interesting and odd movie. I don't know if it's a movie for everyone, but it is extremely good. It gets a 5 out of 5 for me. The themes of where it goes in a commentary about Hollywood fame, celebrity, and even just poking some fun at Broadway. It's a fascinating movie. Great ensemble cast. You have Emma Stone, Zach Galifianakis, Naomi Watts, Amy Ryan. This is a packed house of really interesting things, from a cool cinematic edge. Oscar-winning cinematographer Emil Lubezki shot this movie with kind of some hidden digital cuts in between, which gives this movie the illusion that it's one entirely huge single long take, even though it's obviously several takes kind of put together. But this camera just follows them through the bowels of this theater and kind of is a great little behind the scenes look at what goes into these kinds of shows. And in this case, it's a dark, it's kind of a dark place, to follow Michael Keaton's character around and to see the screw ups of what's there. Fascinating movie, 5 out of 5, one of the best of the year. Let's get to the lessons. Okay, folks, lesson number 1 comes from the subtitle of the movie, and the title is Birdman, the Unexpected. The Unexpected Virtue. Let me clean that up here. Bear with me, folks. I'm working on it. The Unexpected... screwed up again. Stay with me. The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance. Like a school teacher messing up with chalk, I tell you. Okay. When you take the two big words in this lesson, you'll see kind of where this is kind of a clever yet different switch and a breakdown here. When you think of virtue, you think of a positive thing. So in this case, can ignorance, which we think of as bliss and hubris, be something that is positive? What I think this kind of goes to is the difference between love and affection. Regan has affection. He's a popular, huge movie star. He'll be remembered forever the way we remember Adam West for the old 60s Batman, but he still feels like a punchline where he doesn't actually have love. Love is something that is solid, while affection is something that is fleeting. So, he begs to be loved. He's looking for, he internally kind of craves to know what people think of him in his work, which is why he's embarking on this, this huge, ambitious theater project. But at the same time, he can kind of get away with the idea of ignorance because he's a celebrity. He's making money. He doesn't, have to worry about what other people think of him. He's always been successful, at least in that regard. But now that he's kind of down in his times, that ignorance isn't exactly serving him very well. The question is is it better that he doesn't know that people love him, or is it better that he doesn't care that he's beloved? So where is ignorance used right? Where is ignorance used wrong? When is it a virtue? When it is not? They call it unexpected here in the title, and because of the way this movie kind of spins, it definitely turns into something unexpected. Lesson number 2 is kind of a fun quote from Edward Norton's character, and that is popularity is the slutty little cousin. I told you this is going to be good. Slutty little cousin of prestige. Remember, Edward Norton's character is coming from the point of view of the theater being the really true version of acting. He considers himself to be the best of the best. He's got this Hollywood guy kind of invading Broadway's turf. Now, he kind of, takes it upon himself to come in and join this guy's play, but at the same time, what he's really trying to do is kind of steal the show. And he kind of mentions that, this little quote and the idea that, for as much as he's this fantastic, amazing, great actor, people are going to remember Regan Thompson before they're going to remember his character, Mike Shiner. So it's kind of that idea where the slutty part comes in terms of popularity is what we milk and what people in kind of that instant feedback place get. Think of all the reality TV stars that are out there. Think of the way that Transformers and all this crap becomes really, really popular and successful when it's not really all that prestigious. Most of us probably can't name the last 5 or 6 Best Picture winners because, not all the time does a blockbuster or a memorable film win it. It's always something that is usually artistically sound. So these differing opinions on what's popular, what's prestigious, which one matters more, turns into this kind of fun little commentary and debate. So that's kind of where this lesson's going. Let's get to the third one. All right, the third and last lesson, I think I've kind of hinted at this, where this is going, and it's kind of the big picture of this story, and that is regaining your artistic integrity. That's the push that this movie is trying to do with its character arc. with Riggin Thompson, putting everything he's got into this this play and this production. Raymond Carver, the play that is based on, saw Michael Keaton's character in high school and wrote him a note, and that's kind of what inspired him to become an actor. So there's this kind of heart inside of him that says that, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is a real thing to do. I'm tired of being a superhero. Yes, it's easy to cash paychecks, but he wants this challenge to show others and himself that he's not just a costume and a catchphrase. I think that kind of matches something we can see in any of our professions outside of something like movie making here, where I think people want to know that they are taken seriously and honored for their quality work, whether you're a teacher, a plumber, whatever. I think Riggin's plight with that is no different than something that we seek where we are. We want to be respected because of what we're good at or what our job is, and in doing so, this quest to get this artistic integrity really does consume Riggin. Like I said, this is a dark comedy, and this is where the layers of darkness come in. This driving mission really pushes him to his limits, where what's enough to be taken seriously? What's enough to be taken with integrity as being an artist and not just some celebrity again? There's that difference here between celebrity and actor. Which one is real? Which one is more talented? Birdman speaks to a lot of that, and in doing so, not only is it very comedic and very fascinating to watch it happen, it has a lot of big things to say, and it's a solid movie because of that. Like I said, it's 5 out of 5 effort, one of the better films of the year. Go find it when you get to it. Alright folks, that closes out this movie classroom. That was Birdman. Like I said, 5 out of 5, a very good film. You can find my full review of Birdman and all the things I'm seeing on www.everymoviehasalesson.com. I just wrapped up, like I've said in the last couple movie classrooms, some press credentials with the 50th Chicago International Film Festival. I have a lot of movies I'd love to share with you. Some I have to wait to share with you until the press date comes for its international release, because I'm kind of bound and embargoed from sharing all the stuff that's coming in there. But if you look at my site, I have an article about all the different movies I saw over the film festival and gave you kind of a little capsule review. This is Birdman. This is its movie classroom. The next film on my list, when I get time to sit down and do this again, is the leader right now in the clubhouse for the best movie I've seen this year. That's the tease I'll give you, but keep an eye out for Whiplash. See you next time, folks.